Hello and welcome to today's stream and or YouTube video. And today we are going to be talking about the World Cup 2022 in the winter, of course. Now, normally, of course, it would be in the summer. Technically, it would have happened. It would be happening currently as we're speaking. But uh, but of course, it's in winter, and so certainly in perfect timing for my finals in the fall semester, which is which is nice. It will not affect my grades, but maybe the curve will be nicer. But anyways, today the Times, the UK paper, put out or uh, offers the stream. So all right. So excuse me, offers a bracket maker. And since this is no, I have a printer. I won't be doing a pen and paper video, so we can just do it online. So, anyways, let's get started. Of course, as I mentioned before, this is July, so we're in the summer break. Once the club seasons start up in the fall, um, of course, like we finished like most friendlies have finished up. Um, we know which countries are in the World Cup. All the playoffs have occurred, like Australia knocking out Peru to win a spot, Wales beating Ukraine. And so, of course, but being July versus November, late November when the tournament starts, a lot can happen. Injuries, who the final squads are comprised of. So, of course, a lot can happen. And so, as we get closer to that point, I'll have to make an updated video, given how injuries are going to happen. Like who knows if Gareth Bale's injured, then wherever I put Wales in the group isn't going to hold up, right? But with that caveat, let's get started. And of course, to be prefaced, of course, some of and of course, arguably there will be a lot of bit of hindsight bias towards like the recent friendly performance, the 2020 or 2021 Euros, uh, as well as the previous World Cup in Russia 2018. Group A, not the hardest group probably to figure out. Netherlands, again, to the sense that there's always like a Eurocentric bias to football. Certainly club football, right? With the Champions League, UEFA being the most prestigious club. But the Netherlands, I mean, of course, in the Euros with under Frank de Boer didn't do that well, but of course he's out. Louis van Gaal is in, and we get like the talent base of the like nice midfield with like De Jong and Klaassen, like center backs like Van Dijk, De Vrij. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Devrij or IJ. Also Netherlands, Senegal. Like a good squad. Like of course most of the players play in Europe, of course. Same coach as 2018, but I mean, apparently it seems that they play a bit more defensive. But I mean, Qatar did win the 2019 Asian Cup. Like they beat Japan in the final. So I mean, honestly, I do think Qatar, is actually going to be a bit slept on. I could see Qatar. Yeah, but as newcomers to the block, it's a bit too much to put them qualifying to the next round. But no, I do think Qatar can uh, do some good games. Again, like beating Japan in the uh, Asian Cup final definitely stands out. And of course, that was 3 years ago, so much of the squad would be the same. Group B is very tough. I I do not know because I mean, like, England, of course, under Southgate doesn't inspire confidence, right? Um, Bit silly to have Iran up top, but I mean, Iran in 2018, like in the group of death. Spain, Portugal, Morocco acquitted themselves. The problem is I can't see England because it's you play 3 games, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 for a loss. I think England can draw, win. So I guess should have 5 points, right? I realistically to get like top place, like win a game, win 2 games to get the 6 points to top your group. I'm not confident in that happening. Just because it's no it's not inspiring under Southgate, right? Defensive football that still doesn't make them solid at the back. And then the the uh, the attack seems a bit restrained, which you think again, given the talent that the roster has. But then that by implication, if England's runner-up in the group, then is really the U.S. gonna make it through the group stage? When the CONCACAF qualifying was a bit tight, a bit iffy at times to get through CONCACAF, be it North America uh, Confederation. Uh, no, I can't. But then Wales. Uh, like but gosh, if I have Wales top the group, I may as well have England top the group. Man, gosh, it's tough. Group B is tough. It's gonna be very fun to watch. It's a lot of good banter. Uh, I might go with that. I might like that. I like that. Group C, a bit simpler, right? Argentina, uh, pretty reasonable to think that they'd be able to top it. Mexico, of course, can win the group. Will they get past round of 16? Probably not. Group D, surprisingly tougher than you. Honestly, France has not inspired recently. Of course, still under Didier at Deschamps. Uh, Not the most impressive performances, and certainly recently in the Nations League. Denmark have been playing good. They play a pretty engaging style of like pressing football. As this one football TikTok account uh, analysis, like tactics analysis account tells me. So yeah, Australia. I mean, Australia beat Peru, but Australia couldn't qualify outright in uh in the AFC Asian Football Confederation. But Tunisia, um, yeah, it's runners up or last in the group. Group B, Group B is surprisingly tough, as you could see, because Costa Rica, they have had pretty decent World Cup performances, like 2014 getting into like the semifinals. Germany, Spain. Problem with Germany is just they got like Joachim Joachim Löw is is not is not coach. It's Hansi Flick. But even again, right, like, look a bit shaky in Nations League. But again, Spain also looks isn't really all that impressive. Uh, uh, Standout performances. But I mean, in the sense of grinding out to win a group, right? 2 wins. I think Spain can win 2 games. Uh, the Group F is a bit tougher. Belgium, again, like last run with the golden generation. Croatia, of course, impressive runs. Like in 2018, right, getting to the finals. Canada is it's a bit hard to say that Canada will come third, but yeah, it is. This is the Davies, Jonathan David, but I was I love Morocco. I think Morocco 2018 can eke out some draws. Kept third. Group G, a bit easier. I don't see Cameroon doing much. Brazil definitely going to top the group, but Serbia, Switzerland, that's interesting because Switzerland's team's a bit old, and it's actually a bit tough. It's a uh, of course they give like the Jordan Shaqiri, Granit Xhaka, uh, the Albanian Eagle stuff. Just us in 2018. I'll stick with Serbia. Uh, Cooler flag. Portugal, uh, Uruguay. Yeah, a bit. Yeah, I'd say pretty reasonable for Portugal to get through. So Group B very tough. Uh, Group G a bit tougher. Uh, really, yeah, only those two groups. Like Group C, like very reasonable. To think that that's gonna shape out. Never, yeah, Netherlands. Argentina, France. Yep. See, the problem with this is that kind of in my mind, I think of like who the best squads are, and I kind of think Argentina, Brazil. Of course, it is kind of that way every year, but this time Argentina, like they're not dysfunctional this year. Like the players are behind the manager, so it's in the sense that you have like you artificially. And you know you're very confident Argentina's going to win the group, right? So you're kind of at the point where you're artificially, and so like if you switch it around like this, like you're still gonna have Argentina getting through. Of course, rematch from the 2018 round of 16 draw match. But yeah, like me personally, when I did this before stream, like Argentina Brazil was my final. Um, yeah, I could see England sneaking through. Mexico, horrible, very unsuccessful round of 16 performances. Spain, Croatia, could see Croatia actually knocking. Brazil, could see Belgium. Uh, there we Portugal. Could see the Danes. Okay, I was lying. So I guess in this permutation, uh, oh, I misspoke. I had like Portugal, and so I kind of had like what? I think it's not the most unreasonable scenario for one of Messi or Ronaldo to get one last shot at winning the World Cup. It's not unreasonable, untenable. And in that head-to-head, yeah, Argentina. Yeah, I don't trust Fernando Santos to not bottle it. But yeah, and of course, right, Argentina, Brazil. It's kind of the consensus, and it's just very hard, right? Because of course, there's more to just pure player quality, but in the sense that the international sport is much more. Oh yes, and hello. In the sense that international, club football is like different, right? So you have less time, less training time. You pretty much have three. It's kind of like right, even in the club football, yeah, it's like a 38 game Premier League. It's 38 match season. Bundesliga is like 34, 32. So it's much more drawn out. Whereas World Cup, you have three matches to get to the next stage, and then it's knockout rounds beyond that point. So it's like do or die, basically. You don't have time to really do a lot of tinkering along the way, or you do, but you're taking on a whole lot more risk. And so certainly having this class players helps provide a margin of safety. Uh, so yeah, not the most original draw, but of course the link will be in the comments, as usual, as unlike some YouTubers who say things and make content um, without providing the actual link so the viewer can go and read it and make participate. So it'll be definitely linked in the description. Uh, but yeah, World Cup, of course, in November, have to revisit this as the World Cup rosters get announced for the 25-man squads. But yeah, Group B, and of course there'll be more friendlies uh, before November. They'll provide for example, England could impress more, Netherlands could impress more, Spain, Germany. So we shall see then. But anyways, yeah, a bit of a shorter stream, but definitely, you might have noticed how like I did upload one of these videos before. Unfortunately, I messed up something with uh, my microphone for that, so there was no audio or commentary. So this time there is commentary. Uh, so please let me know in the comments if I've messed up somewhere, if uh, if it is coming home for England, or if I've made a glaring mistake, and that Brazil should actually not qualify from the from the group stages. So thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. And yeah, looking, of course, uh, let me know if your brackets look different. And who has, yeah, again, a lot of, I think round of 16. I think not too much. I think like Group B, Group G, Group D could look a bit different. Maybe Group A. Uh, but like just by like one of the two spots, not all two spots are in flux. So a lot, yeah, it can be a lot of variance. And but hey, that's what international football is all about. So thank you for watching, and